There's a bug! Here are the top 7 most favored books by entrepreneurs. These books will totally change your life. But first, please be sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to check out my shop, okep.com. Okep is a cute in vogue clothing store, and you will absolutely love it. So if you want to be the first to the gold, be sure to check it out. The link will be down below. Now, for the comment of the day. Good job, Sephora. That's my dad. I have a very supportive dad, so thank you, Dad. Shout out to Dad. Now let's get into it. Now today I actually have 8 books to share with you because I couldn't decide between 2 of them. And I don't know, I just like the number 7 better. I feel like it sounds better. Like if you say top 7 books versus top 8 books, 8 is just a weird, awkward number. So I really have 8. So coming at number 8 is Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. This book is not long at all. It's like 90 pages, and it's pretty much about 4 mice in a maze, and they all have cheese. And their cheese is taken away from them, so 2 of the mice go and find new cheese while the other 2 sit and complain about how their old cheese is gone. Therefore, the message of the book being, go get your cheese. Don't sit around and be sad if something has been taken away or some opportunity has been taken away, but instead find new cheese, find new opportunities, find new ways to make money. And this is so related with COVID as well. I feel like this book is perfect right now. You can see this same story that's in this book happening all around us because so many things have been taken from us, so many privileges that we've had before, especially with businesses. Businesses are starting to shut down because they haven't caught up with the COVID. And other businesses are thriving through this pandemic because they've learned how to use it in order to find new opportunities to grow and make money. I'm not saying if a business has shut down that it's completely their fault because something's happened, that maybe that was their old cheese that has been taken away, so now they have to find a new cheese. Yeah. But it relates, and I think it's great. Even if you aren't an entrepreneur, it's just a great book to kind of learn, like, you learn to adapt. You got this, you got this. We dancing now. We should have that. We should have that in the middle of every video. We just have a break and do a dance off. I challenge you all to a dance off. I bet all of you could beat me. But yeah, Who Moved My Cheese is a great book, and it's a perfect time to read it right now. Number 7, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now this book is really good. It all comes down to habits. They influence your behavior, they influence your health, they influence your emotions and how you interact with other people. They influence everything, pretty much. And if you have good habits, you're going to be more successful than the person that has unhealthy habits. James Clear breaks that down and takes your bad habits and teaches you how to form them into better habits so that you can reach your full potential. Up next, the 6th book, 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. Timothy Ferriss pretty much calls everyone out, saying you don't really want $1 million. You want the millionaire lifestyle. So pretty much you don't want to own $1 million. You just want to be able to go on vacation whenever you want, go to restaurants, fancy restaurants, and buy a bunch of expensive food whenever you want. You want the Rolex, what's it called? The car. What's that fancy car called? I'm blanking. Lamborghini! Okay, you want the Lamborghini. You want the Rolex, You want the freedom of being able to do what you want when you want and spend however much you want. You don't actually want $1 million, He then goes into different ways of achieving this lifestyle. One being work for 40 years and then retire and then get bored while you're retired because you don't have anything to do eventually. Or you alternate with work and having fun and going on vacation, which is possible, and if you want to figure out how to do that, definitely read the book. And it does seem like the better choice because with alternating, you're busy, you got stuff going, but you also get to relax and enjoy life at the same time, so you're not wasting any time, and you don't ever get bored because you don't have a regular schedule of doing the same thing over and over again. Coming out to number 5 is The EMyth by Michael Gerber. I don't know if it's Gerber or Gerber, so it's probably Gerber. But if I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. This book is specifically for people who are trying to build small businesses. Michael Gerber goes into detail about how 80% of small businesses fail and what you can do about it. I am actually in the middle of reading this book, and I'm only on chapter 9. It is so good. I have learned so much from it. I'm like, oh wow, okay, I'm doing everything wrong. And I've used it to shape my own business. OCAP, if you want to check it out, it's in the description below. But if you want to own a business or you're currently owning a business, this book is so great. I totally recommend it. I think you should totally read it before you start anything and make sure you got these things down. Number 4, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. When I was researching for this video, almost every entrepreneur had this book on their list of recommendations. This book talks about behaviors, principles, and thought patterns that millionaires typically have, which has made them successful. And by reading this book, you could learn those habits and try to obtain those same habits so that you can also be successful. Thomas Stanley also goes into detail about how being a millionaire isn't all about the luxury cars and the Rolexes and the millionaire dream, you know? It's quite the opposite. Millionaires tend to live very normal lives. I'm trying to remember, the most popular car that millionaires own is a Ford truck. I don't know what year or anything because I'm not that into cars, but I know that the most common car that millionaires own is a Ford truck, which is very interesting, and I think it's kind of smart. Because having a truck, everyone needs a truck at one point, whether it's for moving or getting a piece of furniture. I just think it's so useful, you know? And then you can have people pay you for using their truck for a day or something. I don't know. But yeah, millionaires tend to live modestly, and they know how to work, and they understand their finances more than the average person. So if you want to learn more about what millionaires tend to do and you want to obtain them, or you're just curious, this book is definitely for you. Standing in third place is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is a great book, not only if you want to be an entrepreneur, but also if you're lonely and you don't know how to make friends, which is why my mom personally handed me this book. Nonetheless, it is an amazing do's and don'ts guide on what to say during a conversation. Meeting new people and building relationships is so important if you want to do well in life in general. Meeting new people can open doors that you wouldn't have had if you were quiet and you're just a loner like me right now. Getting those opportunities and meeting new people who do different things is so great, and you have a wide variety of loyalty and trust. And I am not saying you should meet new people just to take advantage of these people for these opportunities. That is not what I'm saying. Dale Carnegie isn't saying that either. But you can learn so much from a person, and you can see their point of view when talking and having a conversation, and it is just so great to have a skill to know how to make friends. You don't necessarily have to be social though, and this book just teaches you the right things to say. Coming in second place is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich is centered around a study with 500 individuals over the course of 20 years. So it's kind of along the lines of The Millionaire Next Door, except this book is more about the habits and how you can develop those same habits, and The Millionaire Next Door is more about finances. Yeah, you should definitely check both of them out. There's a bug! I heard a bug! The creepiest thing happened today. My school has a radio station, and I go in there all the time, and I was playing music, and this warning alert alarm went off. You know, like those warning alert alarms go off, like if there's something wrong with the world and it's on the TV and everything. One of those went off in the radio station, and I was so freaked out, I ran out because I didn't want to be that idiot white girl that is the first to die in those horror movies. And I come back, I slowly open the door, and the song Never Gonna Give You Up was playing. You can't tell me that was a coincidence! Okay. Oh my gosh, that was the freakiest thing ever! Okay. Now that I got that off my chest, I get scared too easily. Coming in first place is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is so good. This book is about his experience with two different father figures, one being his real dad, which he calls Poor Dad, and one being his friend's dad, which he calls Rich Dad. And each of his dads kind of give him opposite advice on how to become rich. So this book is about the different pieces of advice they gave to him as a child, and the differences in behavior and actions between the two dads. This book also heavily targets the differences between assets and liabilities, which are pretty much things that take money out of your pocket. All of this and more is in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and if you were to get any book mentioned today, please get this one. It is so good. It will change your life. If it is, it really will. It's changed mine. It'll change yours. It has changed every entrepreneur out there. Give it up. I don't know. Those are all the books I have for you today. All of the books mentioned, I have Amazon links down below. And with that, I have found free PDFs of each book. But don't say anything, because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But it's there if you want it for free. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button. It only takes a couple seconds, and it really helps me as a YouTube creator. And I will see y'all next time.